Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. If we haven't connected before, my name is Sarah and my channel is all about personal transformation, and today I'm kind of going to go a little bit off topic, but I feel like it is still part of personal transformation because we're actually all transforming, whether we're aware of it or not. And I believe we're headed towards a new earth, and I talk about this with people and they think I'm kind of cuckoo, and I think they just can't wrap their heads around it, because especially at the moment everything is so damn dark and there's so much stuff coming into the light, and that's what's happening. All this stuff that's happening in the world right now, it's actually bringing everything up to the surface, to our attention, because it's been there all the time. It's just we couldn't see it, and now it's coming full into our attention. And the only way that could have happened was on a global scale, to get everybody to wake up to what's happening all together, or pretty much around the same time, was a global pandemic. It's a great way to wake people up, and unless stuff comes up to the surface, we would never have seen it. And some people have known this stuff for a very long time, and some people have been waking up over the last few years, and some people are just waking up really to it now. But the harder they come down on people, the harder they're squeezing people, the harder they're putting all these crazy restrictions in, the more people are going, oh, hang on a minute, this is stupid. Like, we're following these rules and they don't make any sense. And it's not making the situation any better. In fact, we're doing more and more and more and doing what they're telling us, and actually the situation's not changing. So it is my belief, and many other spiritual teachers out there, that everything is coming up to the surface, out of the shadows into the light, because awareness is 90% of transformation and 10% is action after that. So once we're aware of things, then we're way less likely to take part in them if we know they're not serving us, Once you work out the whys and the wherefores and know that it's happening, it's like a bad behaviour that you were constantly just reacting in a certain way, possibly, and then one day you go, why am I doing that? Because I'm hurting myself and I'm hurting the people around me. And then next time you feel angry, you can take a breath and go, no, I don't want to do that anymore. And on an individual level, that's where we all need to be. If we are all purging our own shadows, our own parts of us that we haven't wanted to look at, our traumas, our ways of behaviour that we really don't 100% like, but can accept and shift, the little micro shifts you make in your life and in your behaviours can have a big effect on what you're drawing back to you, what you're putting out into the universe. And that's the same for the whole collective. So if everybody on an individual level is doing their own inner work, looking at themselves, healing themselves, accepting ourselves. We've all got those parts that we're not that proud of, or maybe that thing that's been hiding in the corner that's happened to us a long time ago and we've got shame around. Shame and guilt is such a low frequency, and if you bring it into the light, it can't control you anymore. Usually things that we're ashamed of, we only did because of what we knew at the time. We didn't know any better, or we only feel shame because somebody else put that on us, and then we've adopted that story ourselves. So your inner work is so important at this time. When you're doing that, you are helping shift the consciousness of the planet, and we can't just turn away. If you're in a job you hate, if you're in a relationship that's not serving you, if you're in situations that are not helpful to you, then now is the time to deal with it. And I believe that 2021, that's what it's all been about. I remember making it my, not even really knowing we were going to be launching into things getting harder and harder. But, you know, my New Year's resolution was to let go of all that did not serve me. And I've actually been doing that over the last few years, and you know, have left a lot behind that I'd outgrown, that just did not serve me anymore. And I'm stepping into newer things. I've had to go on a journey. It's been a real journey to let go and to accept the parts of myself that, you know, I've made not wrong choices, because I believe everything and every experience that we have is here to teach us something. So I don't think I did anything wrong, but I made choices based on who I was at the time, and now I can know better, I can choose better, and that's the same for all of us. And we can let go of the things that we don't need in our life anymore. And when you come to really accept why you had them in your life in the first place and get some realization around that, it's actually quite easy to let things go. And especially if you don't want to step into if you want to create your future the way that you want it to be, you know, you've got to let go of those things. And the new earth is coming, and the new earth is all about love and acceptance and cooperation and collaboration and abundance. And yeah, people think I'm a bit nuts when I talk about this, but you know, we're not going to have to worry about where the next dollar's coming from. We're not going to have to get up and go to a job we don't like anymore. We're going to be taken care of financially. We're going to be able to be, our lives will be around purpose and how we can serve our community and serve other people and help other people with our gifts. And it might be music, it might be horticulture, it might be building, it might be healing, it might be dance, it might be art. You know, there's going to be, you won't be doing something just because that was a career path you took. You'll be doing something, everything will be heart-centered, not head-centered. And it's going to be amazing. And it's already happening. You know, people have left their jobs because they don't want to make a certain choice. And so they've left their job, and now they're thinking of new ways and being creative about how they can create income for themselves. And when you start looking at it from the position of adding value to other people's lives, and when you are creating value in other people's lives, then you're coming from a heart-centered place. And obviously the universe will support that. The community will support that because people feel the energy of that. And you can't not succeed. And people are stepping into things that they've just had as dreams on the shelf for, you know, a long time. More and more every day. People are pulling their kids out of the system and setting up homeschooling little communities, and people are buying land and starting to share the way that they're going to live life, you know, growing crops and back to the old ways of being and collaborating and cooperating and not having someone controlling them. And that is going to build momentum. And I believe that the old systems, it's all designed for all old systems to collapse, and they wouldn't be doing that unless we're going through what we're going through. So this is a message of hope. There is a lot written on this topic, a lot prophesized about on this topic. I am not some loop. There is a lot of people speaking on this topic, and so, you know, don't take it just from me. Start doing your own research, and you know, you can feel really helpless and powerless if you're not looking for new ways of living. But I believe and I've been there, I've gone down that Googler and felt like, oh my God, what is the point of being here? But the point of being here is to live through these times and pull out all your resources, your self-care, your self-love practices, protect your energy, connect with nature, and yeah, we're all ascending to a fifth dimensional reality, and it's like a birth. It can be painful and it can take way longer than we thought, and you know, there can be moments of panic and powerless feeling, but when we center ourselves, when we ground ourselves, when we come back into ourselves, when we, like I say, do those self-care practices and come back into yourself, then we can all be helping to shift the world. I heard somewhere the other day that Aaron Anki, I think his name is. I will put his name in the description. And he was saying that for every one person that lifts their vibration, is coming from a high vibration, actually is affecting 700,000, I think it was, other souls on the planet. So, it doesn't take a whole lot of us. I keep hearing the 144,000 mark, which has been prophesied about too, that it takes 144,000 to tip the scale. And I believe it's already been tipped. I believe that there's no turning back, that we're supported, we're loved, we're cared for, and we are going into the higher realms, and there ain't no going back. And we just got to ride the storm, do our own work, and remember to love each other. And if people aren't quite in the same place as you, accept them for who they are and have compassion for them, because, as I said before, we only know what we know, and until we know different, we can't do different, and that's where we're all at. So that is my message of hope for today and the new earth. So stay positive. Get my free Kick Arse Guide to Confidence, which has lots of healing tips. Because when you heal your traumas, when you heal yourself, when you're practicing forgiveness and gratitude and letting go and connecting with nature and meditating, all the things, then the byproduct of that is you come into yourself and you automatically gain confidence, and the anxiety goes, and you can stand in your own truth with your own truest, most authentic version of yourself. And the sky's the limit, and you can open yourself up to your soul's purpose, to helping other people, and really living out your best life on this earth plane. So much love, many blessings, and I will talk to you tomorrow, because I'm on my 30-day challenge, and I'm not even sure where I'm up to, but I'm just having so much fun. So who cares? I might just carry on after 30 days anyway. So much love. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you know the algorithms and all that stuff. It would be great to grow my channel so that I can help and reach other people. That's my intention through these videos. Namaste.